Today's Here We Are podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you. Today's podcast is going to be out the Battlefront game that finally came out, and we're doing this because we were trying to think of something to do, and I just happened to be looking on our YouTube channel, and I just happened to see that General CJG.
Don't fuck it up. You got one shot.
General over here, good to see. I love a good old serviceman, nothing like a man in uniform to get the ganders going. Good old General over here asked us if he was curious, are we going to buy Star Wars Battlefront or have we already played it? So we're gonna have a general podcast over Star Wars Battlefront, but first let's answer this guy's specific question: are we gonna buy Star Wars Battlefront and have we played it?
I have not bought it yet, but my roommate has bought it and we had a LAN party with it.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to ask for it for Christmas.
Nice.
So that's my direct answer.
Okay, Feck.
I mean, I don't have a PS4 or Xbox One, so I'm just gonna, wait for Ethan to get it. And yeah, that's my only plan.
I also don't have a PS4 or Xbox One. If I did, I still wouldn't buy it because $60 is a lot of money.
Yeah. Also,
I'm still kind of recovering from paying for Fallout 4, so I played the beta on my girlfriend's PS4. So I have experience playing the game modes, but I haven't played the full game, and I'm not gonna buy it. But I have seen a lot of things, and I have played the basic experience. So now we're gonna talk about it.
Oh wait, is it on PC? I'll probably get it then. No.
Is it?
Eventually. I think so.
Oh, it's probably on PC.
Yeah, it's on PC.
Yeah, wait, what the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, it's on PC. Still not gonna get it, but it is on PC.
Yeah, it's still $60, so I'll wait a little bit.
That's a lot of bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for it for Christmas. If I don't get it then I'll probably wait till it hits that $45 range, and we'll kind of play it out.
Play by ear.
So here's the big issue. I have not played the online, which from my beta experience is the fucking strength of that game.
Yes.
The online's insane. I loved my experience with it, and I want to expand upon this relationship that I've built. Right?
Yes.
Want to get into that, want to marry that shit, want to divorce that shit, I want to cry about how I've lost that shit, I want to get back with that shit, I want to realize why I got rid of it in the first place, and then I want to die happy.
Okay.
That's my plan. Step one is buying that shit, though.
I see no problems.
Okay, good, thanks.
This is all
like I said, we had a LAN party, and it was very enjoyable. My, straight off the bat, biggest concern is that if you're playing split screen or you're playing the battle modes, there's only really a couple maps to choose from. And that was like my first kind of red flag.
There's no unlockable maps or anything like that.
Not to my... I don't know, because like I said, I've only played it at the LAN party this far. But we only had 4 maps to choose from on the split screen. And we ventured into the multiplayer. We never actually played it, but we looked at the maps. Yeah, that was my biggest concern straight off the bat. I was like, 4 maps?
Yeah.
I'm guessing they
don't have...
I'm guessing they don't have Galactic Conquest.
No, that's the other big fucking kicker.
Oh,
what a shame, because what a missed opportunity.
That's pretty upsetting.
There.
Yeah, when you have the same number of maps as Splatoon, you might want to rethink.
Well, okay, but that's just for the co-op.
Okay.
And when we looked at the multiplayer, it seemed like they had a shit ton of maps.
Okay, that's fair.
And so, but my concern still stays because I want the multiplayer. I mean, I want the split screen, the home experience, right, to be I want it to be fun. I want it to be enthralling. I want it to be something that I can invite people over to play. I don't want it to be something that you can only get a couple hours out of, right? Because that's not what Battlefront is. In my heart, Battlefront is something that you can sink endless hours into.
I know we have.
Which we have. We've sunk endless hours into it. But like I said, it wasn't like I really had it in my hands alone, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't get to play the multiplayer. But that is a
you all know that things change when it's in your hands alone.
Mm-hmm. You know right, ladies.
The whole tone, the whole mood of the situation. It's a whole different time.
That's my concern.
We'll tell you when you're older, son.
Oh my god. Son. Another big concern is that there's already a DLC on the way, and I'm like, EA, you dirty
Both the name of the
whore.
company and the onomatopoeia of the sound you make when you hear about DLC.
Yeah.
New DLC,
So-
yeah!
It's already on the way, and I'm like, that's too soon, baby. That's too soon.
It's gonna be like a new skin for Darth Vader, and that's it.
Oh god.
You get to play
I
as
hope
actually
not.
just James Earl Jones lumbering around the lightsaber. I'd pay good money for that.
Yeah.
No, have like
But,
a George
okay,
Lucas skin.
I have.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You just slaughter.
Yeah, he
him.
walks around, slaughters people like, it's like poetry. The new one and the old one, they rhyme. Jar Jar was a great idea. Force chokes you.
I just-
Jar Jar was a great idea.
Favorite character.
That's true, he did say that. Okay, as always, we're getting distracted from the main point.
Yeah.
Getting back
So
to Gaspachis.
yeah, I have my concerns
Yeah.
immediately, which is bad because that's not what you want. But
You don't want to like go
I-
into the GameStop and be like, okay, I want this game, but I have concerns. Like,
Yeah, no, that is not what I want on my mind.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it thoroughly, especially the co-op. They have a new survival game mode, and me and my friends played through normal, and it was fucking cake. And then we played through hard, and it only took us one try to defeat it. And I was like, no, don't be too easy.
Yeah.
Because that was the problem with the old Battlefronts. But then we moved up to fucking Master, and I swear to God, we died every time we hit round 9. Just like fucking clockwork. We're like, no, we got it this time. And then just like, I swear to God, every time completely dispatched, round 9 unbeatable.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
And-
The battle mode was very fun. The only issue was I was the best at it. So you kind of run into that problem of just, being the best at it.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
Yeah.
my
That
big
just
problem with a lot
in
of
general,
in life. I just walk into
Yeah.
a room and I'm like, I'm sorry, everybody, I'm just the best here. No, but I have the same problem the opposite way with, and it's hard to balance a shooter for this, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I feel like Halo is a series that does a good job with this, though. Like, in a lot of shooters, because I'm not very good at shooters, is a fact.
Yeah.
I found a lot of time, and I found this a little bit with Battlefront. I still had a good time, but a lot of it is me running towards the firefight I see, getting there, participating for about 15 seconds, dying, and then spending the next 40 seconds running back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so it just turns into more of a sprint than a game at that
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
And so it's hard to balance for that, and it's hard to balance for the opposite problem, Ethan, that you have, where it's just like, well, I'm just the best one, and that makes it shitty for everybody else, and therefore shitty for me. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
and so like, I feel like
I think both problems are solved by a simple equation, though, and that equation is more fucking AI, bigger maps. Like, that's your easy equation.
Yeah.
The maps are very small. They're made so that you can kind of combat your friend in it, because like you think about the old Battlefronts, and those battlefields were so big that oftentimes you didn't see each other, right?
Yeah.
You remember that ancient fucking Ollywonks we recorded when we played Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
We didn't even find
That was the
we
first
didn't even
one.
find each other. Yeah, we didn't even find each other until game 2. We went an entire game without seeing each other.
Yeah.
What map was that?
But it was Coruscant.
Oh, Coruscant.
Because remember we freaked out because it was like literally the first time we had
yeah.
seen each other. Yeah.
And
but
yeah,
these maps
you freaked
are
out because you got the final kill on him.
yeah, but the maps that they give you for the co-op, no, not the co-op, sorry, the split screen battle are very arena like and very small, which is cool because there's a lot of people on it, but it's bad because the better you are, the more influence you exert on the battlefield. And so I think that's a problem that they didn't foresee, really. But the nice thing is that once you get into multiplayer, you get those huge fucking battles that we remember Battlefront for. But this is the root of my issue, is that to get the real Battlefront experience that we all remember, you have to be playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic because it's amazing. Like, I love the multiplayer so much. It's exactly what I want, but you can't get that on split screen.
Yeah.
And that's my issue, because that's what I wanted. I wanted these two things, but I wanted them together, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it was so close,
Like a big
right?
tasty Star Wars sandwich, but instead you got a big tasty loaf of Star Wars bread and some Star Wars ham. And the game is just
Yeah,
like, figure it out
exactly.
yourself, bitch.
Yeah. The game's biggest downfall was that when I found out that you can't do split screen online. And I was like, that's fucking tragic, because that would have been awesome. Because
Yeah.
me and my brother played the beta online, and man, we had a fucking blast. It
Yeah.
was amazing. It was so much fun, but you can't get that experience when you're in the same room with someone else. And that's the sad part. I feel like I am going to buy this game, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. But I doubt it has the longevity of
the
the
other
classic
two, yeah.
games. Yeah. So that's where I stand on it. It's really like I love it but I hate it kind of thing. Whereas the old Battlefronts are I just pure love it.
Yeah.
But then you get into the classic question of, do we want just more of the old thing? Is the old thing still okay that this new thing exists? And does this new thing existing, is this what we wanted? Or is this what we realistically wanted, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's a line. Like, remember when everybody complained that there's no space battles?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
all of us with brains were like, do you remember the space battles?
I mean,
Yeah,
You
'cause
don't
those
want
are,
more
like,
space
fucking
battles.
awful.
they weren't great, but like
What? No, they were bad, Matt. There was one way to win, and if you didn't do it, you lost.
Yeah. But I still like messing around.
And now that the game's... I've not seen a single person, now that the game's out, be
They
like,
complain about it?
but I want space battle. Like, I haven't seen it. It's not
Because
happening.
Well, there's
because
still,
you
like,
get
dogfighting and
the
stuff, yeah.
you get the aerial combat in the normal missions, which makes it so much cooler. When I was
Yeah.
playing the beta, playing on Hoth, you'd just be walking around and these fucking TIE fighters would fly like right overhead. And like my first thought when I played my first game of the beta was like, oh, those are probably NPCs. That was clearly scripted. And then you see their little names pop up
Yeah.
above the TIE fighters. Like, no, those are real fucking players. That was sweet. And that's what's really cool about this new game, because you see Battlefront in a light that you couldn't see in the originals, right? But it's a very different light. It's very different.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I think we kind of touched on this on the campaign podcast, but like, it's interesting that they really do achieve quite a level of immersion with no story, like impressively so, almost like you really feel it when you're just there.
Yeah.
You like see, like just like you said, like you see the people, like their names in the like you're like, wow, like this is like a fucking, like we're a team. We got fucking pilots going by. Like, it's a real fucking like sense of like, I'm doing this, you know.
And yeah, this is like my all my problems are I'm so conflicted about this game, because when I played it, I had so much awe and just so much like, oh my god, this is so fucking sweet, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just such a cathartic and great experience that you really can't get out of a game like Call of Duty. Even if Call of Duty had just as much action as this game did, like, I won't be able to feel it, because I feel this because it's Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
I feel the Star Wars universe in the game, and I'm like, this is awesome, and I have this envisionment of what the movies are and the context relating to the game I'm in, and it's fucking fantastic. But I have this nagging doubt inside myself that they cut themselves short on the local gameplay.
No, yeah, actually, that's a really good way of describing it. Like, it's so much fun, but I constantly have this little feeling of like, am I missing out on something? You know?
Yeah,
Like, is there
exactly.
something not in this game that should be? And even if there isn't, you know, like, even if it is like a fully fleshed out thing, like, the fact that that's the feeling it gives me is bad. Like, no one would ever
exactly.
approach, like, Fallout 4, for example, and be like, I feel like there's something missing from this game. You know,
Yeah.
like, there's just not quite enough content in Fallout 4. Like, no. No one would ever say that.
I think this is the difference between Battlefront and Fallout, though, because you think about the Battlefront
And there's
games,
only
and that-
one. This is the singular difference between the two.
Oh my god. But let's talk. Yeah, fuck you. Anyways, the difference between it's not really a reboot. It's just a very new sequel to Fallout as compared to the very new sequel of Battlefront. Is that Battlefront 2 set the bar so high, and that's a hurdle in and of itself. But the other hurdle is the new gaming market.
Yeah.
Because the new gaming market is so different,
especially for shooters,
than the PS2 gaming market. We skipped a generation on this game.
Shit, yeah. Wow, I didn't think about that.
I mean, that's a big problem with the new Battlefront is just expectations. Like,
yeah, exactly. And
we've had expectations
that was my one
for
thing.
This game stewing in us for like over a decade now, right?
Yeah, and I forced myself to be open-minded because I knew it wouldn't be Battlefront 2 on the Xbox One. I knew that wasn't going to happen, right? And so really, what I've been doing this entire time is, whenever an article would come out about it and say something like, there won't be a campaign, or, there won't be any online split screen, blah, 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 reading up all these things, you just have to take it as you go. Because I have a lot of expectations. I'm very excited for this game, but, you just have to know that it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
I've played the product. I've played all the different modes on the product. I haven't played all the multiplayer. That's the big thing. I've played the multiplayer, the online multiplayer. I haven't played all the different modes. I'm still excited for it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the experience that I got out of it, and I'd say it's worth $60.
All right.
For sure. Here's the thing we have to remember. It's got limited local multiplayer.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, it's got local multiplayer.
Yeah.
And that's a lot
nice.
to ask of the modern, not only the modern gaming market, but fucking A.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the sleep that EA lost on this? They're demanding local multiplayer. All the fucking hours of sleep lost to cold sweats as they dreamt about two people in the same room enjoying their game, somehow not connected to Wi-Fi.
Blasphemers we shall not allow.
So
burn the heretic.
I mean,
burn him where he stands.
We got local multiplayer. It's not the best, but we got it.
Yeah.
That's where I stand on it.
No, yeah, and
I enjoy it. I'm gonna buy it.
And also,
from my experience at our little LAN party, I suggest it.
It's 100% true what you said about specifically the shooter market right now. Saturated, has a lot of examples of really high bars that have been just, especially the type of game Battlefront's going for. Titanfall, Destiny are all kind of, maybe not Destiny as much, but there've all been a lot of examples of these kind of games coming out not doing so hot.
Yeah.
Or at least not having a lasting power. Evolve, Titanfall, both did well at first, but no one's playing either of those games anymore.
Yeah.
And so, especially in a market where you have Call of Duty Battlefront, it's Fallout 4 is kind of marketless in a weird way. It doesn't really matter what's going on in the industry when Fallout 4 comes out. In a strange way.
Yeah, because Fallout 4 is coming out.
Yeah, exactly. It is the market the second it comes out.
Yeah, no matter what market, no matter what kind of player you are, no matter what console, or if you don't even play console, if you're on PC, that Fallout 4 is coming out.
And honestly,
it's an undeniable fact. It is a tide of news.
Yeah, because they can't make games like Fallout 4 as fast as they make games like Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, so that's the thing. Just the market, the only other competition that I could think of, the only serious competition for Fallout 4 that you could have if you were a big time RPG player, open world RPG player, is either Metal Gear Solid 5 or maybe Mad Max. Both of which are open world quest games, but not really in the same vein as Fallout. So
Mad Max doesn't have as nearly the title share.
No.
That fucking Fallout.
I'm just saying,
I didn't even know there was a Mad Max game.
Yeah, came out the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5, which was the stupidest decision anyone ever made.
Yeah, that was a really bad decision.
But no, I just mean those are the only two types of games that are even come close to what Fallout 4 is. Yeah. Whereas Fallout is Battlefield. If you're not, if you want that kind of game, you can go to a lot of different things and get kind of that general experience. Right.
I think within this year, I may be wrong on Battlefield 4, but there's been 2 Battlefield titles released within the last year. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah.
So you literally have 2 of the almost exact same types of games being released within the last year. So I mean,
Battlefront.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Call of Duty, like,
I'm confused as
Yeah, Call
to
of
how
Duty.
these games are selling well at being priced at $60 and how.
Because you know why? Because these people who buy a game like Call of Duty buy all the other types of games like Call of Duty at the same time.
Yeah, but how do you?
That's what
afford
I've
that?
noticed.
Like,
People do. Like, out of all the people who I've met who have
the rich
Black
and
Ops,
white in America.
out of all the people I've met who have Black Ops,
They're white?
They also own Fallout. They also own Battlefront.
yeah.
And what was another recent release? I'm blanking on the name. Big release recently.
Metal Gear Solid?
No, I think I'm thinking of Black Ops actually. But yeah, no, they have. These are people who buy all the really big AAA games. Those are the people who ingest things like Call of Duty, or people who just buy literally everything.
Weird
they go
choice of
hungry for
verb, but I
months.
agree with your statement, yeah.
Is it not ingestion? I think we're all on the same page here.
They consumed
too
it
busy-
in some way.
I'm too busy ingesting my gazpacho to deal with
Oh
these
my
video
God,
game
get the
things.
fuck out.
I was playing easy mode and I'm just like, it's just like a big bowl of gazpacho, not the fucking
Oh
hard.
my god, fuck off.
Running joke.
But yeah, so that's what I say. This is my final review of my limited time, I do admit, with Battlefront. I've enjoyed every single minute I've played of it. It does have its downfalls. It's not the same game as either of the originals. It is very different, but I highly suggest it, and I think I'm going to enjoy it a lot.
All right, yeah. So to answer your question,
our review.
General CJG, one of us is going to buy Star Wars. Most of us have played the beta, and we are all pretty on board with it.
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
so honestly, like, if anybody else wants to start, like, wants to leave questions like this for us, like, there's a pretty good chance that we'll, if they're not terrible and stupid.
It was so convenient that he asked the question while we were, deciding which podcast.
Yeah,
to make.
I literally just happened to look at it. So if you guys leave
so
us
shout out
questions
to
that
the
are
general.
interesting, we'll totally talk about them here on Squadcast.
There you go. All right, guys.
All right.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna go cry.
Okay, about
Just think, you know. Just a good cry.
see you guys next time.
Does everyone not do that? Am I just crying by myself alone? Take that as a no.
And I'll be like, oh yeah, I do want to know more, and click ask for more, and my character will be like, yo, fucking bitch, fuck you, fuck your family, tell me more about this shit. Like Crossfire often fail to entertain because Crossfire looks like a paintball course. Boring, oversimplistic, and rudimentary.